Dear Diary, today I'm back with another review monologue style. So today I will be reviewing Odalisque by Nicolai Parfumeur. So I have found a book and I've started reading, and the title of the book is The Little Book of Perfumes, and it's written by the famous Luca Turins and Tania Sanchez. Inside the book, well, it's not inside, it's in the book. In the book, there is a very short extract, a review about that perfume. Let me read it to you. If you can't catch what I'm reading because of my thick accent, thick Malaysian English accent, please switch on the subtitle. So, Odalisque, it's a fresh Chypre, and it was given a 3-star in this book, which is considerably high if compared to the other perfumes. Let's start. Every once in a long while, a composition steered away from known land masses by the perfumer's fancy lands on virgin territory and claims it for itself. Some islands, like Angels, soon attract crowds. Others, like Odalisque, are unspoiled, windswept, and largely forgotten. Until Patricia de Nicolai's unerring navigational sense found it, few would have suspected that land would emerge in the sea between the shy, melancholy, bloodless florals typified by Après Blonde and the arch angular green Chypres in the Cristal manner. Cristal as in the Chanel Cristal, and Après Blonde as in the Guerlain's. Yes, as in the Guerlain's Après Blonde. And there was Odalisque, superbly judged floral accord of jasmine and iris, abstract and stable, allied to a saline note of oak moss. Initially feels delicate, but in use is both sturdy and radiant. It is as if the perfumer had skillfully shaved off material from a classic Chypre accord until a marmoreal light shone through it. A unique, underrated marvel and great ornament as well. So this is what was written by Luca Turins for Odalisque. In my opinion, I agree with Luca Turins that it is a forgotten island. Odalisque doesn't seem to raise much attention in the community that I am in the fragrance community I mean. Even in Fragrantica, I don't see much reviews like in recent years. However, I do notice that this fragrance receives a very high rating in the Chinese community. It seems that the Chypre lover of the Chinese fragrance community really appreciates this one. So what do I think of this? For me, Odalisque is a very lonely perfume. It's a perfume that sings solitary. Odalisque translated, it means an enslaved woman or a concubine, even a mistress. But I don't know if it's lost in translation or what. When I checked on that website, the Nose Time website, it's translated as a female servant, 宫女, a female servant who served the royalty. So I don't know if it's lost in translation or what, but Odalisque to me, it sings a tune of solitude. I would imagine I get this imagery of a lady. This lady is obviously a concubine, but she is not the wife, like she's not the queen. I think the man is not always by her side, cherishing her, showering her with a lot of love and attention. I don't think that is the case that is showcased in this fragrance. I think that this concubine, this Odalisque, lives in this huge, luxurious castle with luxurious lifestyle, with everything provided to her, but not the man that she loves. She is left, like frequently left in this castle alone, and she's in some way enslaved and cannot escape this man that she's married to. So therefore, the only place that she can find solace is the beach. Yes, I would imagine this concubine, she would be wearing her white gown and she would be walking out of a castle to the nearest beach. I would imagine that the castle is just next to the beach. It's just next to the sea and it's just at the beach. It's her beach, it's her beach. So what would she do is that when she feels lonely, she would just walk out of a castle and go to the beach. And the beach, there's no one at the beach. There are these mossy rocks. She would just sit on one of these mossy, huge boulder facing the sea, and she would see the seagulls flying, the waves, the sound of waves crashing onto the sand, onto the rocks, listening to the waves and watching the sunset all by herself, day after day, until she finds solace and she has to accept that it's her fate, because she loves this man who couldn't love her back wholeheartedly. I'm not sure if she could just run away. It doesn't seem like a choice in here as it depicted by this fragrance. It seems like there's no other choice but to wait for the love that never really stays. I think this is a rather lonely and kind of helpless position to be in a relationship. So that's what she is doing. Let's talk about the scent now. I think that this scent depicts that the imagery of sitting at a mossy boulder overlooking the sea, because of course when I first sprayed it, I do get a burst of green, sour, but not like a fruity sweet kind of zestiness, but it's the green unripe, almost vegetal biting aroma that I get whenever I peel off the skin of a mandarin orange. That is a very, it's that aroma, the biting green aroma that catches me off guard whenever I peel open that sweet mandarin orange. There's no sweetness yet. It's just all the green and all of this unripened, almost biting vegetal quality. And then it is immediately taken over by this powdery iris. It's not really that powdery as in like the makeup powdery kind, because it still has that greenness from the mandarin orange. And then it develops into this lily of the valley and jasmine blend. I wouldn't say one of them is overpowering another. I would say that this jasmine and this lily of the valley just blends together so perfectly. The lily of the valley takes away the indolic quality of the jasmine. So the jasmine is really not that indolic. It's a very clean white floral in the heart. But at the backbone, there is this green wet moss. It's not like the moss in a jungle. It doesn't have the stinkiness of a jungle floor, but it's more like a fresh moss right at the beach, like the moss that is sticking on the rock, on the surface of the big boulders at the sea, at the beach. So that is why I get the imagery of the odalisque of the concubine, the lonely concubine sitting on a mossy rock overlooking the sea. there's this freshness, there's this clean quality that comes out of this fragrance. It doesn't smell like it's somewhere inside the forest, to be specific to me. Yeah, to me, I don't know what you think, but to me it smells like that. I don't care about what other people think either about this fragrance, because it's a very personal fragrance to me. And the oak moss is, the oak moss, it is not that dirty, like it's not that dirty under the ground damp kind of stinkiness. It's very green, very light. I can almost see a metallic shine that that would be very weird, but it's like this moss has this metallic, almost sleek, almost clean quality to it, and it stays throughout the whole wearing of this fragrance. Soon after that, the mask takes over, and it's a clean, mossy mask as it dries down, still retaining the clean quality of that lily of the valley and that jasmine. This fragrance doesn't develop a lot on my skin, but definitely I can see how it progresses from the beginning until how it dries down. It doesn't necessarily have the marine quality. It has no marine notes. It's just the feelings that I get from this fragrance. It's just a woman sitting on a mossy rock, looking at the sea, and perhaps she is thinking, perhaps she is wondering, when would her loved one return? When would the beloved man of hers come back to her? So that is the review of this fragrance, Odalisque. And my son is disturbing me right now. He is very distracting. So I guess I would just end my review here. So if you're tuning in, thank you for tuning to me rambling again on this channel in my perfume diary. I hope you gain some insights from this sharing. So see you in the next one. Bye.